Let's talk it out.
Alright, we got some people at the bar, and thank you for coming out. We have some of my friends that came out tonight. This is actually my therapist. He must be so thrilled with seeing me do this. This is great. Alright, you guys ready to get the rest of the show started? You guys ready? Come on, you ready? First guy coming to the stage, I'm very, very happy he's here tonight. I saw him on YouTube. Really made me laugh. You're going to enjoy him. He's hilarious. Please welcome to the stage, Shawn Roscoe. Shawn Roscoe, let him hear it. Come on.
What's going on, everybody? What's happening? Okay, so let's begin. My name is Shawn Roscoe. This is totally exciting. I can't see any of you. So I actually just got done with doing a benefit for an osteoporosis benefit factor thing. I told them strictly not to clap, because every time they clap, you'd hear snap, snap. They stood up. They gave me a standing ovation. I thought they left. They're just like, oh, shh. It's fantastic. But 3 of the older ladies, they love me so much that they took me out to dinner individually. The first woman, she took me out to dinner, she died during dinner. I had to reach in her purse and grab the American Express card. Then you wonder, what would she tip? Oh, it's terrible. So the other woman, what happened was, she wanted me to meet her family. Took me to a cemetery. And so she's like, you're standing on my uncle. I'm like, oh, sorry. The other woman, I was sitting across from her, and she looked up. She's like, you're not my husband. All right. Anyways, so this next joke is for the kids. It's titled "Baby Jesus." You know, I'm religious. I fear the Reaper. But anyways, so it's here we go. So every now and again, I'll leave messages on my grandma's answering machine from the Baby Jesus, and I'll say, "Hello, Pop. It's BJ. I was in town for a couple of days. Just wanted to switch around to hang out. Give me a car." Shawn, stop leaving me those messages. What messages? The ones from the Baby Jesus. Baby Jesus calling you, better call him back. Hello, Pop. It's me again. Looks like we're playing phone tag. Come if you want to have dinner. Bye. Shawn, it's creepy. Hey, this is the Baby Satan. Stop it. Oh my gosh, but no. So I'm currently writing a children's book, and the title is called Gangster Spiders. What's happening is one day this little boy walks out of his apartment, and because it's for underprivileged kids. Anyway, so he's walking out of his apartment, and so he looks up and he sees all these spiders on the ceiling. And so he sees a cockroach talking to a spider, and the spider's, the cockroach is from Palmetto. Anybody? No? Okay. Alright, hey, moving on. So, I thought it was a funny joke. Doesn't matter. So the cockroach is saying to the spider's like, hey man, I got a keto for you, and the spider's like, hold on a minute. You see that spider? You see the spider trapping the fly in the whip? I'm gonna rape him. Anyways, the moral of the story is about rape. Don't let your kids rape young, because then they grow old and they end up like my uncle. Alright. So, children really are my favorite food, and so I love holding children underwater. And, you know, Halloween recently passed away. Clap it up if you love Halloween. You get to dress up. No one like, yeah. Alright, I can't really hear you guys because you're, alright, so, yeah. Okay. So anyway, I love Halloween because all the kids, they dress up, you know, as vampires or Twilight. There's a lot of vampires and Harry Potter kids going around. And so I like to be healthy and happy. Look at me, I'm fit. Look at this. All right. So I'll pass out apples because a lot of you parents don't have the money for candy and these cavities and what's going on there. I understand it. The economy's bad. Shut up. All right. So anyway, so I'll pass out apples, and this little snot-nosed kid walks up to me, and he's like, I don't like apples, mister. I'm like, okay, then just eat the razor blade. It's just... But a lot of on the flight from LA to Miami, there's this kid kicking me in the back of my seat. And so I turned around, I was like, I wish I was a terrorist. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Do you understand me? Too soon? That wound's still open from the 8 years ago? Rebuild. All right. I thought it was funny. Alright, so anyway. Mom. Alright, so, let's see. So there was this fat guy on the plane, and he was crying the entire flight. And I was like, God, this guy needs to knock it off. I'm like, why are you crying? He's like, they made me buy 2 seats. I said, you got 2 meals. He perked right up. But, okay, not a lot of fat people. Okay. So anyways, my parents obviously had to have me, so I wasn't simply congealed in a gutter somewhere, as people like to think. So my mom and my dad had bought this book on like erratic types of sexual things going on there. And so my mom had skipped ahead in the chapters, and it was about how you wrap your body in saran wrap and tinfoil. And so my dad came home, he was like, leftovers! Okay. It's going great. Sorry, anyways, I was seriously, we're not done yet. Alright, so I was seriously an ugly child. And what my dad said to me, he's like, we looked at the doctor, and the doctor said, well, he looked at the afterbirth and looked at you and said, twins! It's a lot of one-liners, just, we're getting there. Alright. So anyways, no, but my mom and dad, they love me so much, they like would swing me from hand, you know how you swing your kids? Anyways, they swing me into traffic, and all it goes. Okay, so me and my dad, we have the best relationship of all time. It's the best ever, and like every now I'll call him, and he's like, how'd you get this number? And he hangs up on me, but he's so serious. The only time I ever saw him laugh was when I was choking on a piece of meat. He was just like, oh, Shawn, do that again. No, but he's always like, why can't you be like your cousin Nathan, huh? Why can't you be like your cousin Nathan? Nathan had died at birth. I want to have plastic surgery that removes that part of my brain that cares about what people think. Okay, so, no, but Helen Keller, my cousin, she had visited me from Pennsylvania, because she's from, and so she visited me, and so she, just imagine, she drove the entire way, she just like, the whole time, and the entire time, she's like, where are the cookies? Where are the cookies? We're like, Helen, knock it off. And so, have you ever read Barbara Walters' book, The Art of Conversation? In it, you're supposed to have 2 dinner stories. Helen brought 1. She's like, I put my hand under the water. We know the story, Helen. We know. And I said, whoa, Helen, we've read the book. And everybody walked around the play. We know the story, Helen. We've seen the play. We get it. Alright, but no, my grandpa, he's a cool guy. He lost his legs in World War II. Well, he didn't lose them. He knew exactly where he left them. Litterbug. So, thank you, sir. So, my grandma recently passed away because I kind of forced her to. Catch on to that? Alright. Anyways, in the middle of the flight from LA to Miami, she had said, well, I want to be cremated. Do you know what you want to be when you do be cremated? Buried? Take your time. Anything? No? We're going to move on. Alright. So anyways, so I had the time, and I'm into time management, because as a comedian, we have to wrap it up. And so what I did was I had cremated her, but the whole time she's saying to me, it's hot, and I'm like, I get it, like I had nothing better to do than hold an oven door shut for 2 hours, just hold it. Stupid. She used to say like the dumbest things to me too. She's like, you're standing on my windpipe. I don't want the toaster in the tub with me. The curling iron burns when you hit my skin with it, Shawn, okay? Knock it off. I love when people on their deathbed, because then I can actually say what I really wanted to the time I knew them. I always wanted to like give my 2 cents or my final goodbyes, and I can always say things like, I always hated you. I knew your hair wasn't blonde. All right, but no, I asked her. I was like, what are some things you want to say to me so I can tell my kids about you? And she simply gave me a joke, and so here it goes. And then I'll leave you alone. So she said, what did one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? If we keep hanging around here like this, people will think we're nuts. Alright, well, thank you guys. You guys were really great. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah, keep it
Let's talk it out.